No chance. You're joking, right? I can't believe you actually thought I'd agree to this. Hello and welcome back to the Business English Podcast, the perfect resource for non-native English professionals looking to improve their communication skills in the business world. In today's episode, as you may have guessed from the awful examples I gave at the start of the show, we'll be exploring the art of polite refusal as well as how to gracefully accept refusal in various professional situations. Knowing how to refuse and accept refusal tactfully is essential in maintaining positive relationships and projecting a professional image. Whether you're declining a job offer, turning down an invitation, or receiving a rejection, it's important to handle these situations with grace, respect, and diplomacy. That's why we've prepared a comprehensive discussion on this topic, providing you with practical phrases and techniques to help you navigate these tricky situations in business English. We'll cover various areas including understanding the context, polite refusal phrases, accepting refusal phrases, and finally, delivering and receiving refusals effectively. But before we dive into the specifics, let's take a moment to discuss why learning how to politely refuse and accept refusal is so important in business. In professional settings, as you very well know, it's crucial to maintain a positive and respectful atmosphere, even when you can't agree to something or need to deliver a rejection. By doing so, you show your colleagues, partners, and clients that you value their time, ideas, and contributions, and you demonstrate your commitment to upholding the highest standards of professionalism. The three statements I used as examples at the start of this episode are in fact not examples at all, but are actually literal responses that I have witnessed when working internationally. Please erase these pieces of vocabulary from your mind, or at the very least, please remember not to use them. So, now that we've established the importance of polite refusal and accepting refusal in business English, let's move on to our first section, understanding the context. But before we do, let us observe a brief interlude. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Business English Podcast, helping professionals communicate more effectively, more confidently, and with impact. With your host, Rob, from Energetic English. Let's get down to business. In any professional situation, context plays a crucial role in determining the appropriate way to communicate. When it comes to politely refusing or accepting a refusal, it's essential to understand the context in order to choose the right words and tone. So let's discuss how to identify when you might need to refuse politely or accept a refusal and provide a few examples of situations where these skills might come into play. First, consider the relationship you have with the person you're communicating with. Are they a colleague, a superior, a client, or a potential business partner? The level of formality and the specific phrases you use might vary depending on your relationship with the person. For example, you might use a more formal tone and language when declining an invitation from a superior, while you may adopt a more casual approach when speaking to a colleague. Next, think about the nature of the request or offer being made. Is it a high-stakes business proposal, a casual networking event, or something in between? The way that you refuse or accept a refusal should be tailored to the situation. For high-stakes situations, it's especially important to be diplomatic and professional, while in more casual settings, you may have more flexibility in your choice of words. Now, let's take a look at a few examples of situations that may require polite refusal or accepting refusal. Number 1, declining a job offer. You may need to decline a job offer if you've received multiple offers or if the position doesn't align with your career goals. In this case, it's important to express gratitude for the opportunity and provide a clear, honest reason for your decision. 2. Refusing an invitation to a networking event. If you're unable to attend a networking event due to scheduling conflicts or other commitments, you should communicate your regrets and thank the person for the invitation. And 3, accepting a client's decision to choose another vendor. If a client informs you that they've decided to work with another vendor, you should accept their decision gracefully and express your appreciation for the opportunity to submit a proposal. Understanding the context of your refusal or acceptance will help you choose the right phrases and tone, ensuring that you maintain a professional image and foster positive relationships in the business world. Now, let us move quickly on, as in our next topic, we will be discussing polite refusal phrases and techniques, where we'll provide you with a number of practical phrases to help you refuse politely in various professional situations. Now that we've discussed the importance of understanding the context in which you're refusing or accepting a refusal, let's dive into 5 specific polite refusal phrases and techniques that you can use in a variety of professional situations. As we go through these phrases, I will be repeating them twice, then pausing, and I encourage you to repeat them afterwards and note them down, so you can practice and internalize them for future use. Okay, here we go. 1. I appreciate your offer, but I'm unable to attend. Can we schedule another time? I appreciate your offer, but I'm unable to attend. Can we schedule another time? Offering an alternative. Sometimes it's helpful to provide an alternative solution or time when refusing an offer or invitation. This shows that you're still interested and engaged despite being unable to accept the current proposal. Okay, next one. 2. Thank you for considering me, but unfortunately I won't be able to participate. Thank you for considering me, but unfortunately I won't be able to participate. Here we're expressing gratitude and regret. It's always important to express gratitude for the opportunity and convey your regret for being unable to accept. 3. I'd love to join, but my schedule is quite full at the moment. I'd love to join, but my schedule is quite full at the moment. With this phrase, we're providing a reason. Giving a clear, honest reason for your refusal can help to soften the blow and make your decision more understandable to the other party. 4. I'm afraid I have to decline, but I wish you the best of luck with the project. I'm afraid I have to decline, but I wish you the best of luck with the project. This is all about softening the refusal. Using polite and gentle language can make your refusal easier for the other person to accept. 5. I wish I could help, but my workload is quite heavy right now. I hope you understand. I wish I could help, but my workload is quite heavy right now. I hope you understand. Now here, we're turning down a request for assistance. If you're unable to help someone due to limited resources or time constraints, it's important to communicate this in a polite and empathetic manner. Remember, when using these phrases, it's important to adapt them to the specific context and the relationship you have with the person you're communicating with. You can also combine these phrases and techniques to create a more personalized and effective response. Okay, so now that we've covered polite refusal phrases and techniques, let's move on to our next section, accepting refusal phrases and techniques. This next section is all about providing you with those phrases that allow you to accept a refusal no matter who's delivering it in a graceful and professional manner. Right, so being able to accept a refusal gracefully is just as important as knowing how to refuse politely. In this section, we'll discuss key phrases and techniques that can help you demonstrate professionalism and understanding when faced with a refusal. As with the previous section, I encourage you to repeat these phrases after I've delivered them and note them down for future reference and practice. Number 1. I understand. Thank you for letting me know. I understand. Thank you for letting me know. Now here, quite simply, we are just acknowledging the refusal. The first step in accepting a refusal is to acknowledge the other person's decision without expressing resentment or disappointment. 2. I appreciate your honesty and taking the time to consider my offer. I appreciate your honesty and taking the time to consider my offer. With this phrase, we are expressing appreciation. Show your appreciation for the other person's honesty and their consideration of your offer or request. 3. If anything changes in the future, please don't hesitate to reach out. If anything changes in the future, please don't hesitate to reach out. Now here, we are, quote unquote, leaving the door open. Even if your proposal or request has been rejected, it's helpful to keep the lines of communication open for future opportunities. 4. That's completely fine. If you're interested, we could explore other opportunities together. That's completely fine. If you're interested, we could explore other opportunities together. In this example, we are offering alternatives. In some cases, you might be able to suggest alternative solutions or collaborations that could still be mutually beneficial. 5. No worries. I'm sure we'll have other chances to collaborate in the future. Good luck with your current project. No worries. I'm sure we'll have other chances to collaborate in the future. Good luck with your current project. Now with this statement, we are staying positive. Maintaining a positive attitude when accepting a refusal can help preserve your professional relationships and demonstrate your resilience. As with the polite refusal phrases, it's crucial to adapt these accepting refusal phrases to the specific context and your relationship with the person you're communicating with. By practicing and incorporating these phrases into your professional interactions, you'll be better equipped to handle rejection with grace and maintain strong business relationships. Now, in the next section, we'll discuss some tips for delivering and receiving refusals effectively, ensuring clear communication and avoiding misunderstandings in those professional settings. So, up until now, we've covered polite refusal and accepting refusal phrases. Let's now focus on some tips for delivering and receiving refusals effectively. These tips will help you ensure clear communication and avoid misunderstandings in professional settings. As before, we encourage you to repeat and note down these tips and phrases so you can incorporate them into your daily professional interactions. Okay, number 1. Maintain a professional tone and language. Regardless of whether you're refusing or accepting a refusal, it's essential to keep your tone respectful and professional. 2. Use clear and concise language. Be clear and concise in your communication to avoid any confusion or misinterpretation. 3. The importance of active listening and empathy. Active listening is crucial when receiving a refusal. Show empathy and understanding towards the other person's perspective. Remember, some of the techniques that we've been through on previous episodes will help you with this. 4. Body language and non-verbal cues. In face-to-face interactions and inevitably online, be mindful of your body language and facial expressions to avoid conveying negative emotions unintentionally. And 5. Follow up. Whether you're refusing or accepting a refusal, consider sending a follow-up email or message to reiterate your position and appreciation for the opportunity. By incorporating these tips into your professional communication, you can more effectively handle refusals and maintain strong business relationships. Practice and internalize these tips, and you'll be well equipped to navigate the often changing world of refusal in business interactions. Well, there we have it. We've covered the ins and outs of polite refusal and accepting refusal in business English. We hope you found this episode insightful and that you now feel better prepared to handle refusal situations professionally and gracefully. Remember to practice the phrases and techniques we've discussed, as well as the tips for delivering and receiving refusals effectively. As we wrap up today's episode, we'd like to remind you of the importance of maintaining strong business relationships and projecting a professional image, even when faced with challenging situations like refusals. By mastering the art of polite refusal and accepting refusal with grace, you'll demonstrate your commitment to upholding the highest standards of professionalism and foster positive connections in the business world. Now, we'd love to hear your feedback on this episode, so please don't hesitate to reach out and share your thoughts, experiences, or any questions that you might have. You can do this on social media or drop us an email via the link in the description below. Thank you for joining us on the Business English podcast, and we look forward to connecting with you in the next episode. Until then, keep it strictly business. You have been listening to the Business English podcast. Remember to subscribe, leave a review, and we'll see you next time.